I feel like I'm gonna live in this for a lot of this video. Hi everyone, my name's Chloe, welcome back to my channel. Thank you for being here today. Today's video is the start of a new weekly reading vlog. It is that weird in-between week, in between Christmas and New Year. It is currently Monday the 27th of December. I am currently reading Midnight in Everwood by M.A. Cusnier. I've just finished filming a wrap up of last week's vlog, and I said on there that before I started reading it I'd only seen good reviews, and now I've started to see some bad ones, and I'm trying not to let them affect my reading experience, but it has meant that I've sort of not wanted to pick it up over the last couple of days when I've been supposed to be reading it. I'm only actually 2 chapters in. I am liking what I've read so far, so I'm going to try and put those out of my mind and hopefully I will enjoy it. I do need to read 3 books this week. Technically I want to read that one, but then I also need to read A Psalm of Storms and Silence and Raybearer in order to finish my TBR for December. I think I'm pretty much just going to take a loss and add a punishment onto my TBR mash, which I'm filming today, so I need to decide that soon. Basically it all depends on how much of Midnight in Everwood I get finished today. If I can finish the entire thing, which I could do potentially, but if I can finish the entire thing I might be able to finish my TBR, but we're probably just going to take a loss. I've said, like, I've just sort of been mood reading a little bit, which has been better for my mental health, so absolutely fine that I'm doing that. It just means I have to take some sort of punishment in my January TBR, but I'm not even sure how that looks because I've not had to do a punishment in that yet, so we will see. But yeah, there's not too much else to catch you up on. Today's plans are pretty much nothing, just sitting around reading my book and watching some movies with my mum, I think. So I'm going to go and get back to that now. Hello. It is now Tuesday morning. I did not update yesterday because of course I didn't. I have read a little bit. I read 50 pages, up to page 50 of this one, Pretty Thread Edges, which is Midnight in Everwood. Like I mentioned yesterday, I'd seen good reviews of this before it came out, and then I'd seen sort of more negative ones since it come out. So far I'm really enjoying it. Like I said, I'm not too far in, but I am really liking it. I'm really liking the writing style. I am liking the pacing of it. It feels like we're just sort of setting up for everything, and yeah, I'm enjoying it so far. I'm a bit worried that it's going to dip a little bit once the actual story starts, so maybe the story never really does get started, I don't know, but I'm trying to not let the bad reviews sort of affect my expectations going into it. I'm hoping that I will carry on liking it because so far I'm really enjoying it. I'm officially thinking that I'm not going to get my TBR done this month. I said I have 2 books left to read, Raybearer and Psalm of Storms and Silence. I've just checked and the audiobook for A Psalm of Storms and Silence is available on script for me from the 7th of January. And I listened to the audiobook whilst reading along for the first one, and I did really enjoy that reading experience, so I might just leave it and just put it in January's TBR. I don't know if I'm going to do like an actual punishment in my TBR video, because when I've mentioned that on Twitter, most people have told me not to, so I'm tempted to just sort of roll it over and have that be the punishment, that it is an extra read, but we will see. I'm going to try and get Raybearer read. I'm going to try and finish this one today, tomorrow. I'm actually on my way out. I'm about to get ready to go book shopping. Actually, I'm going to Waterstones because it's the last day of their sort of Boxing Day sale offer from the 26th to the 28th. It was 50% off of all hardbacks in stores. So I'm going to go and take advantage of that today. And then when I get home, I have nothing planned. So I will be reading more of this. And then tomorrow I am supposed to be going to the theatre. Fingers crossed it doesn't get cancelled, because theatre shows are getting cancelled left, right and centre. But if it doesn't get cancelled, then I'm supposed to be going to the theatre. But then I'm on sprints tomorrow night, so I can read some more then. So we'll see what happens. I'm on sprints with Becca tomorrow night. She's doing a 12-hour, 12 till 12 sprints to end out the year. So I should be jumping on there once I get home from the theatre. I think it's at about 7ish. So yeah, we'll see what happens. But right now I'm going to go and put a little bit of makeup on and then go book shopping. Hello. It is, I don't even know what day of the week it is. It's Tuesday evening. I did promise in the last clip that I would take you book shopping with me, but I did not film any clips while I was actually out because I just didn't want to film around people, to be honest. It was not busy in Waterstones, but busy enough that I didn't want to sort of be trying to manage filming things whilst also picking up a lot of books, because I think I mentioned earlier, but Waterstones has been doing a 50% off hardbacks sale, but it was only in stores. So I specifically went today to go and buy those books. I did call into a few other shops that I needed to go in, but mainly went to Waterstones, to be honest. And I'm not going to do like a full haul right now because my whole video will be coming possibly the video after this one. But what we can say is that I went shopping. I got 9 hardback books in total. It's a mixture of special editions of ones I already own. I think that's just one actually, but special editions, ones that I have been interested in but maybe haven't picked up because of the price, and then some that just sort of caught my eye while I was in there. But to be honest, everything that I bought was something that I did have an idea that I might buy when I went in, and there was only one book that I wanted that they didn't have at all, but it turns out that one is out. It's not stocked in stores at the minute, so wasn't going to be able to get it anyway. But yeah, I will, like I said, have all these in my haul at the end of the month. But yeah, books were definitely acquired today. I also then came home to some belated Christmas presents from the lovely Lisa, whose channel I link down below. But she sent me Fool's Errand and Traitor's Blade. In the gift notes for these, the one for Traitor's Blade says, "How could I not get you a book from my favourite author? Merry Christmas." So obviously she had to buy me some Sebastian de Castell. I know she does love all of his writing. I have yet to read a single book by him, but I now own the first book in this series and the first book in the Spellslinger series, so I can kind of pick and choose which one I want to start with. I did originally buy Spellslinger because I thought the YA might be a better start, but to be honest, this one kind of intrigues me more, so I might end up reading this one soon. It's actually a lot shorter than I expected it to be. With it being adult fantasy, I thought it was going to be really long, but it's only about 370 pages, so we may end up reading this one soon. I'm actually going to film my TBR for January tonight, so I could be inspired by some of the books that I bought today. But back to what I was saying, she also bought me Fool's Errand, which is the first book in the Tawny Man trilogy, and this is the third trilogy in the Realm of the Elderlings. So I still have got Ship of Destiny to read, and then this one will be the next one after that. And the gift note in this one says, "This will make you cry. Good luck." Thanks for that. I have an idea of possibly what is going to happen in these books that is going to make me cry, just from things I've seen online. But from what I've heard of this is that even if you know it's probably going to happen, it's still going to get to you anyway. So yeah, not looking forward to that. But I'm quite happy that this is a shorter book, and again, it's like 600 pages long, but it feels like a short book because compared to like Ship of Destiny, it is pretty short. For a Robin Hood book, it is pretty short. So thank you very much, Lisa, for those two. I will be reading definitely this one soon and this one as soon as possible. It will end up on a TBR soon, I'm pretty sure of it. Speaking of TBRs, like I said, I'm about to go and film mine. I was unsure whether or not I was going to take a punishment for not completing my TBR last month, and I've decided I will. So I have a little bit of a punishment pot created, and we'll see how nicely this treats me, shall we? I'm just tidying up my room at the minute, and once I've done that, I'm going to be filming TBR MASH. And then I do plan on reading for the rest of the night. It's probably going to be about 9 o'clock by the time I actually finish filming that. But should still have enough time to get a little bit of reading done. I've literally not read anything since I last spoke to you. I don't know what's up with me at the minute, but I'm just not picking things up. So we'll see how it goes. If I can at least try and get Midnight in Everwood finished this week, I will be happy. I just filmed TBR MASH, and I honestly don't know if the board was nice to me or not. Actually, I think the board was. I just had a lot of books that I wanted to read in January that I completely forgot to put on there. But you know, we'll see how it goes. That video should already be up actually, so if you want to go and watch it, feel free. But yeah, what I'm thinking now is that I definitely need to go and read what I'm already reading, because I can't carry any more books over into January now. Hello, I've not been updating again. I think the last time I filmed was Tuesday. It is now Friday. It is New Year's Eve. Happy New Year, everyone. I actually dislike New Year's Eve, so we're just going to breeze past that. But my plans for New Year's Eve are actually just a lot of reading. I've done a lot of reading actually over the past few days, so let's just catch you up. So I finished Midnight in Everwood. I finished this last night, I gave it 4 stars. I actually really enjoyed this, so the negative reviews did not tamper my reading experience. I can see why some people wouldn't like it. The characters probably could have been stronger, to be honest. The flowery, beautiful writing did bump it up a notch for me. The plot is just a little bit, not really nonsensical, like it does make sense, but there's just not a lot to it. It is very much just like a sort of Nutcracker retelling where she goes into the magical world and then stuff just happens without too much rhyme or reason to it. But I am fine with that. It's kind of what I was expecting. I do enjoy the story of the Nutcracker, so I did like a sort of different interpretation of it. I feel like it could have been a little bit more fantastical, like there could have been a little bit more of sort of the things I remember from the Nutcracker adaptations that I watched as a child. But I did really enjoy it. It gave me sort of the vibes that I was wanting it to give. So happy that I read that one. I then listened to the audiobook of Where We Go From Here, which I've had the arc of for like a lot of this year, so I'm glad that I finally managed to actually read it. I put this audiobook on because basically I have realised that I am currently at 123 books for the year, and I would kind of like to get to 125, and I put this audiobook on while I was at work for the last 2 days because, as I mentioned last week, I'm sort of just doing admin tasks at the minute, so I can put my headphones in a little bit. And this audiobook was 6 hours long, and I could listen on double speed, so it was like 3 hours long. It was great. Unfortunately, the book wasn't as great as I wanted it to be. It was good, but essentially it's about these 3 teenage boys in Brazil, and they're all sort of dealing with HIV diagnosis. So one of them has had HIV for about 3 years now. He's living with it, he's on medication, and it's just part of his life now. And then there are 2 boys who are sort of getting tested. One of them is positive, one of them isn't, and it's just about how it sort of affects their lives. And it was really interesting. There was a lot of good discussions in here, but one of the main issues I had with it is at times it did kind of read like a textbook. Whilst it was good to talk about this topic, sometimes it talked about it a bit too much and didn't talk about the characters enough. Like I didn't really get to know the characters enough to root for them. By the end of it, I was starting to connect to them more, but that only really happened like in the last section of the book. And I wish that I would have had that connection to them earlier on, and then I think I could have given it a higher rating. But I did enjoy it. I actually didn't realise it was a translated piece of fiction. It's originally written in Portuguese, I believe. And yeah, I didn't realise it was set in Brazil until I started listening to it. So I'm glad that I read that actually, because I don't read a lot of translated fiction. I don't tend to read a lot of things that are set outside of the UK, US or a fantasy world, so it was nice to have that slightly different perspective than what I would normally read. So like I said, that leaves me on 123 books for the year. I do plan on reading 2 books tonight. It is like 8 p.m, but I am currently reading Here's to Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. Now if you've watched my TBR video for this month, you will know that actually this was supposed to be on my TBR for January because I didn't think it was going to arrive in December. It came yesterday, and I have read 200 pages of it so far. I've been at work all day and I've read 200 pages. It is 460 pages. I think I can read the other 260 tonight. So that is what I'm going to do. It is a sequel to What If It's Us. It's about 2 boys who meet one summer. One of them is in New York for the summer, one of them lives there, and they have a meet cute, then doesn't necessarily go on to a successful relationship that easily. So they keep having these sort of do-over first dates to try and make it lead somewhere, and it's just about their relationship. This is a sequel, and I am really enjoying it so far. I really liked the first one. I love Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera's writing. It's not like the most amazing book either of them have ever written, but it's really cute and I'm enjoying it. It's cute and fluffy. It's exactly what I want right now. Speaking of cute books, I'm not reading this one tonight because I've already read this one, but look what just arrived today. This is the last book I'm hauling of the year. If This Gets Out by Sophie Gonzalez and Kel Dietrich. Finally have a physical copy. I read an arc of this about 9 months ago and I'm so happy to finally have a physical copy. But back to what I am reading. Last thing that I'm hopefully reading for this year. I'm going to pick up a graphic novel to push me over the 125 mark. So I'm going to try and read The Sad Ghost Club as well. It looks fairly chunky, but the pictures are all like big panels. The sort of size of the panels and things like that is reminding me of Heartstopper, and I read through those really quickly, so I'm hoping I can read through this one as well. So that is all I'm going to talk about because I need to go and read, otherwise I will not get this goal. I am doing the thing, by the way, though. I'm counting. As long as I finish it before I go to sleep, it's still counting for this year. Just gonna say that right now. Happy New Year, guys. It is officially past midnight. It's like 2:10 in the morning. So again, being slightly quiet because people upstairs are asleep. I have stayed up because I am using the rule, as I said earlier, as long as I finish things before I go to sleep, and I'm not sort of going to sleep at 6 a.m, then the books are counted as finished. So I'm happy to report that I finished 2 books tonight, which means I've officially finished the year on 125 books, which I'm very happy with. I read 108 last year, and then previously to that, the most I've read is like 70 in a year. And I just wanted 125, felt like a nice number to end on. So I'm glad that I managed to do that. I'm going to give you quick thoughts on what I managed to read. I'm literally melting into this chair, but I need to go upstairs and go to bed. But the first one that I finished said Ghost Club. I made a point of starting this at like 1:45, so that I technically did read some of it on New Year's Eve. I finished it at about 1:15 midnight. In all fairness, it took me about half an hour to read. I enjoyed this one. I give it 4 stars. It deals a lot with sort of anxiety and just struggling in sort of social situations, and I could very much relate to some of the things that were in here, and it was really cute. I know there is a sequel to this that has just come out that I will want to read, because I feel like this was nice sort of setting up what could be a really cute ongoing series. So yeah, 4 stars. I then finished reading Here's to Us by Becky Albertalli and Adam Silvera. So this is the 460-page book, I think, and I read this entire thing today, whilst also doing a full day at work. So I'm pretty impressed with this. I gave this one 5 stars. I really enjoyed this book. I will say that if you didn't like the first one, What If It's Us, you're not going to like this. It's fluffy contemporary. It's really adorable. It was exactly what I thought it was going to be and exactly what I needed it to be. It gave some, I don't want to go into spoilers, but it was nice to have some more of these characters, because the first book had a bit more of an ambiguous ending, so it was nice to be able to revisit them. And I liked how they dealt with, inevitably there had to be drama that kept them apart, and there were sort of other love interests involved, but there was a couple of things that I really liked about this. One is that it made a point very early on of saying cheating is not going to be a storyline that happens in here. Like, both of them were very much against that. So although there are other love interests, that is not something that's ever sort of entertained, which I really like, because I think it's just a lazy trope when that is used, to be honest. And also, the other love interests were actually good characters that you could very easily root for Arthur and Ben to end up with. It wasn't just sort of these are these sort of throwaway characters that you know are going to disappear by the end of it, and you can't see either of them actually making the decision to stay with them. They were actually characters that made sense for where the characters were at, and made sense for what like the possibilities could be in the future. And I thought that was really good. It was handled very well. I am biased. These are 2 of my favourite authors. I am very, very biased, but I love this book very, very much, and I'm happy that I've read it. So I have all the cute and fuzzy feelings now. I'm wrapped up in my fluffy blanket, so I am literally warm and fuzzy in this as well. And I'm going to go to sleep. Does anyone else find that New Year's Day is just a little bit of a nothing day? I mean, I say it's a nothing day. It's 2 o'clock. I haven't really done much. I'm still snuggled up. The thing, I have done things, I just haven't as well at the same time. I've edited TBR Mash and uploaded that because that needs to go up in 2 hours time. It's scheduled for 4 p.m. So it's all uploaded, thumbnail proofed, everything like that. Now it's all ready to go, which is fantastic. I could have done it a couple of days ago, but I wanted to finish my reading for the year, so I concentrate on that, knowing that it's okay if I don't read straight away today, because start of a new month, start of a new year, I'm sort of resetting again. I have got my book with me. I'm going to be starting Jade City today. I did mention that first thing of the year that I'm going to read is going to be the entirety of the Greenbone saga. I mentioned this on TBR Mash, but I don't know if I mentioned it on here, but basically last year the first thing that I read was Daughter of Smoke and Bone, and I read the entire trilogy, and it ended up being one of my favourite reads of the year, and I kind of want to see if I can recreate that a little bit this year by reading another anticipated series all in one go. So I'm going to be reading all the Greenbone saga. starting today at some point. But first I need to go and tidy my room a little bit, which does mean taking down some of the Christmas decorations, because I'm off today and the next 2 days, and then I'm back at work, and then I'm busy next weekend. And tradition states 12 days Christmas and all that, decorations supposed to be down by the 5th, which is Wednesday, when I'm going to be at work anyway. So basically we are slowly but surely taking down all the Christmas decorations over this weekend. My parents are out with the dog on a walk at the minute, so I said I will start doing my room today, because then I can tidy it a little bit as well. I do also need to film my wrap up now that we're into January, and I can sort of film all the December wrap up content, but like I said, it's a nothing day today, so I think I'm going to do that tomorrow. So I'm going to go and make myself another cup of coffee and go up and tidy my room a little bit, and then hopefully this afternoon I should be able to actually start some reading, because I am very, very excited to dive into this one, and it's so pretty. I'm hoping I really love it. I've really got my fingers crossed. I am a little bit terrified that I'm going to hate it and I spent money on this trilogy, but we'll see. Hello. I did actually already film this wrap up once, but I was very low energy, and I've just sort of got dressed and filmed a couple of videos. It is like 10 o'clock at night on a Sunday night, but I have more energy now, so I thought I'd refilm this and do a proper wrap up. It is, like I said, Sunday evening. I have not read at all again today. I spent the day taking down Christmas decorations. There was normally a tree there, and it is gone now, which is slightly sad, but also I feel the need to kind of just clean everything and make everything more organised. So I'm glad I'm able to do that now with all the decorations down. That's the plan for tomorrow. I'm still reading Jade City. I keep wanting to say Jade War, and that's the second one. But I'm still reading Jade City. I've only read one chapter so far, but I am liking what I have read. So hopefully I'll be able to get into that soon. Hopefully tomorrow. I was going to read some tonight, but those videos took a lot longer than I thought. I was doing my wrap up and my haul for December. It was both my best reading month and also my biggest haul of the year. So it took a little bit of time to film, but I'm glad that I finally got that done. So what I'm going to do now is tidy my room, but I will just quickly give you a wrap up of my reading week. So I don't have the books to hand because they are all stacked over there in my haul. I'm not going to give you thoughts on these because you'll have already had that. But just to round up, Midnight in Everwood got 4 stars. Where We Go From Here got 3 stars. Sad Ghost Club got 4 stars. And What If It's Us got 5 stars. So a nice reading week. To say that I felt a bit slumpy, because I've picked up things that I wanted to read, I have managed to read a lot. I've read 4 books in 1 week. It's a good reading week. And I'm hoping that can carry this on into the new year, because as much as I've not picked up Jade City since I've started it, I am really in the mood to read it, so hopefully that will carry on soon. Right, I think that is everything. Thank you guys for watching. Please like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff down below. Happy New Year. I know it's like going to be the 3rd of January by the time you see this at the earliest, but still, Happy New Year. Hope you guys had a lovely time celebrating doing whatever it is that you did, and I will see you guys soon with a new video. Bye.